Namaste. We were learning the fundamental technique of dance and comparing it with the shlokas of the Natya Shastra. The Natya Shastra tells us that dance or nartan may be divided into three categories. The first is abstract dance. Can you name the term for abstract dance? Nritta. Nritta is abstract dance in which movements are executed for their own beauty. Now, even after the Natya Shastra, various other treatises have been written on dance and music. And Dhananjayam in Dash Rupaka says that Nritya is based on Tal and Laya. Tal and Laya are the anchoring elements of Nritya. Now, this is very true with reference to Kathak, and you have learnt tals and layas. Tal is a structured metrical pattern in which the beats are at regular intervals, and laya is tempo or the speed in which you execute the dance. Then we have expressive dance. Name the term? Nritya. Nritya is expressive dance, and Dhananjayam tells us that this is based on raga, melody, which also naturally includes lyrics. Generally in Nritya, we have certain moods or certain sentiments that are being conveyed. A story need not be conveyed. It is a particular situation, a particular feeling of a certain person. Sometimes it may be the feeling of bhakti or devotion towards your God. Again, it might be a certain sentiment or situation in love. Then we have the third category of dance, which is Natya or dramatic dance. In dramatic dance, we have a drama in the sense that there are several characters, there is a plot, there is a movement forward in time. That means the item begins at a certain point of time, and through the interaction between different characters, it moves forward and ends at another point in time. There is a storyline, and there are various sentiments and feelings because different characters portray different feelings and sentiments, and there are different situations which evoke these feelings. So, Nritta, Nritya and Natya. Then we had discussed Rasa and Bhava. Let us hear the shloka from the Natya Shastra that enumerates the rasas.
Shringar Hasya Karuna Raudra Veera Bhayanaka Bibhatsad Adbhuta Sangyo Chetyashtau Natya Rasa Smrita
The Natya Shastra tells us that the Natya Rasas are 8 in number. Ashta Natya Rasa. And the shloka enumerates all the rasas. So, can you name them one after another?
Shringara, Hasya, Karuna, Raudra, Veera, Vayanaka, Bibhatsa, Adbhuta.
Right. Shringara, Hasya, Karuna, Raudra, Veer, Bhayanak, Bibhatsa, Adbhuta. Now, drama has always been a very important part of any highly civilized and cultured society. Now, when dramas were being presented in India in various forums, the same was being done in Greece. Somehow, people who are writing treatises have always wondered that why do people see the drama? What is the importance of drama or dance in our lives? Now, Aristotle, who was the private tutor of Alexander the Great, he wrote a very famous treatise called the Poetics. And there he says that after seeing a drama, the audience experiences some feeling, and he defines that as catharsis, the effect of the audience's mood or sentiment or emotion after seeing a drama. But we can proudly say that our Natya Shastra does not only define this feeling as catharsis, it actually states 8 different sentiments that the audience can realize or the audience can experience after seeing a drama or a part thereof. They can either experience Shringara or the romantic, often called the erotic sentiment, Hasya. They can be full of laughter at seeing something comic, Karuna, at seeing a sorrowful scene or situation. The audience can experience compassion, Raudra, anger, at seeing something which infuriates the audience, Veera, by seeing some situation full of courage and energy, the feeling, the Veer Ras or the sentiment of courage can be experienced. Bhayanak, they can be frightened at seeing something which frightens them. Then at seeing something that is disgusting, full of, something horrible, they can experience. Tell me? Bibhats, right. And then finally, what is the last one? Adbhuta. At seeing something that's wondrous, something that's, simply out of the world. It really touches you. We had discussed earlier that there is another ras that people identify, which is the Shanta ras. And many scholars wonder why this ras is not stated in the Natya Shastra, because generally we speak of 9 rasas. But if you read the line or hear the lines with a lot of attention, you will see that Bharat says Natya ras, not just simple ras. So, after seeing a complete enactment of a dance drama, if somebody is tranquil, as if nothing has happened, then does the dance drama have any effect on him? So, I mean, if you are just calm and quiet after seeing a dramatic enactment, then that enactment has no effect on you. It is of no use to you. So, the Natya Rasas are 8 in number. We had also discussed what gives rise to these rasas. And we had said that different bhavas give rise to different rasas. Since there are 8 Natya rasas, naturally there will be 8 basic bhavas. We will hear the shlok and then you will identify each bhava.
रतिर्हासश्च शोकश्च क्रोध उत्साहो भयं तथा जुगुप्सा विस्मयश्चेति स्थायी भावा प्रकीर्तिता.
These are the 8 basic bhavas. Now, I would like you, like one of you will state the bhava and someone else will name the rasa that goes with the bhava. So, the first one?
Rati. Shringar.
Yes, from Rati you have Shringar. Rati is where you show something that makes you a little excited in a romantic way, and Shringar is the sentiment that you experience. Then the next one?
Hash.
Has. So when you see something comic, then what is the rasa?
Hashya.
Hasya rasa. From has you have hasya. Then
Shoka.
shoka. Shoka is when you experience sorrow, sadness, and
Karuna.
karuna rasa. Good. Then the next?
Growth.
Yes. What is growth?
Anger.
Anger. And with growth goes
Raudra.
Raudra rasa, when you're very, very angry. Then,
Bhai.
yes, bhai is another one, but then immediately after Raudra comes,
Utsaha.
yes, virras, and that which makes you feel the rasa of vir is utsaha. When someone is full of energy, when someone is sort of out to do something very heroic, so you see this person full of energy, wanting to do good deeds, and you have the, or rather you experience the vir rasa. Then
Bhai.
bhai. When you're frightened, a situation or a certain person makes you frightened. And in fact, the Natya Shastra also tells us that this can be genuine, and again, it can be, a sort of a put-on feeling, like someone shows that someone is afraid of a king, or maybe you're showing that you're afraid of me. Okay, so that is also, like an expression of bhai, and the rasa is. So when you see something that frightens you, you're frightened. So from bhai is bhayanak. Then,
Jugupsa.
yes, jugupsa, when you see something that is disgusting, horrible. And what is the rasa? Bibhatsa. And finally, vismay. When you are full of wonder at seeing something wondrous, something out of the way, something which really touches you and makes you feel wonderful, then you experience the Adbhuta Rasa. Now, in the last lesson, we had discussed the 4 Abhinayas. In fact, we have constantly been discussing these, and we will hear the shloka, because although we know many of these terms, it is always good to identify them with the Natya Shastra, because this is a very, very authoritative text. So the shloka discussing, or rather enumerating, the 4 abhinayas.
आङ्गिको वाचिकश्चैव आहार्य सात्विकस्तथा चत्वार अभिनया येते विज्ञेया नाट्य संश्रया.
So these are the 4 ways in which we can communicate. Remember, I had said that Abhinaya literally means to carry something across, to communicate. And there are 4 ways in which we can communicate. So I want you to name each one and say a few words about each. The first,
Angik Abhinaya.
and in Angik, what is used?
The body movements are used.
Yes. So the body and the parts thereof, I mean the entire body, then parts of the body like the head, the hands, the feet, then even parts of the parts of the body like anga, pratyanga, upanga. So you use your eyes, your eyebrows, your lips, your even your nose and cheek are also sometimes used. So all these are a part of your ang, and then the hands, the fingers, the feet, your entire body, the torso, your waist, the way you stand. So all these are used in Angik Abhinaya, where your ang, your body, communicates. The next is
Vachik.
Vachik Abhinaya, right, from vachan or words. And we had said that words could be used simply as a narrative, or in the form of a poem, or in the form of a song, where words help you to communicate. Now sometimes people ask me that, are these together, like do Angik, Vachik, Satvik go together, or are they separate? Now naturally in any dance drama or in any dance presentation, there are more than one kind of abhinaya that are used. But we have separated them to show the importance of each. So Vachik Abhinaya, naturally when a song is being sung, the words of the song convey meaning, but your actions also convey the meaning. So Angik and Vachik go together. The next is
Aharya.
Aharya. Aharya Abhinaya relates to,
The costumes and jewelry.
yes, that which is not intrinsically a part of you. For instance, like when you're speaking, the words are coming from within you. When you're using your body, well, the body is a part of you. But ornaments, costumes, these are something that you have acquired. So that which has been acquired is Aharya. But these also play an important part in communication, because in a dance drama, like if you see someone dressed as a king, wearing a crown, then very expensive clothes, you know that this person is going to do the role of a king. When you see Krishna with his flute, his yellow dress, you know that here is Krishna. When you see a lady, you know that the lady is wearing a costume with a veil and the makeup and ornaments of a lady, so you know that this is a lady. But then Aharya Abhinaya is significant, especially in a dance drama or in a group dance presentation. Kathak is Ekaharya Abhinaya. I mean, in Kathak, we generally do Ekaharya Abhinaya, especially when it is done in the form of the traditional solo dance, because it is not possible for a single dancer to go on changing costumes within a certain presentation. Then the fourth Abhinaya is
Satvik.
yes, Satvik from Sattva, or the energy within you, that which emanates from your mind and your own self. And this Sattvic Abhinaya is very important, because unless you have the feeling and the realization within you, it cannot be expressed outwardly. It is an involvement. Like I can do actions with my whole body, I can wear a certain costume, I can use certain words, but unless there is involvement from within, I cannot convey a meaning. In fact, in the Natya Shastra, it is told that who is the best actor? The best actor is he who forgets himself and enters into another person's being. So that comes from within you, from your mind, from your own energy. And Sattvic Abhinaya generally is shown, first through the face. Although this is a part of my ang, this is a part of my ang, in fact, it's all upang, but even then, when I have the feeling from inside, then only they start reacting. Because you just can't suddenly smile like that. You have to smile from within, right? And Sattvic Abhinaya actually is related to the various bhavas, because you cannot express the bhava unless you have the feeling within. We had spoken of dharmis. Remember how many dharmis there were?
2 dharmis.
Can you name them?
Lokadharmi and Natya Dharmi.
Right. We will hear the shlok pertaining to the dharmi.
Lokadharmi Natya Dharmi Dharmi tu dvividha smrita.
So, there are two kinds of enactment, or two methods. One is Lokadharmi and the other is Natya Dharmi. In Lokadharmi, normal, natural actions of people are portrayed. In Natya Dharmi, these actions and situations are stylized. Then we had also discussed 4 Vrittis, or 4 modes of presentation. The Vrittis:
Bharati Satvati Chaiva Kaishiki Arabhati Tatha Chatasro Vrittayo Cheta Yaso Natyam Pratishtitam.
So 4 Vrittis: Bharati, Satvati, Kaishiki and Arabhati. In Bharati, words are given more importance. In Satvati, it's the energy from within that is given more importance. Kaishiki is more romantic, beautiful, and Arabhati is a little lower down in the line, that it is full of magic, and it is full of cunning and deceit as well. Now, I want you to realize the importance of the Natya Shastra. The Natya Shastra tells us that Brahma gave the Natya Shastra, which is often called the 5th Veda, to human beings, because he realized that through the Natya Shastra, the other 4 Vedas would be communicated to the world. And Bharat is said to have actually transcribed the Natya Shastra. Now, who this Bharat is a matter of a lot of controversy, because many people say that the verses seem to display that the same person has not composed the entire Natya Shastra. The verses are of different styles. Well, again, we are not concerned with who actually Bharat was. We are not writing the life history of Bharat. Rather, we are studying the text which has been written so many, many years ago, and we are wondering at the analysis of the various sentiments, of the various ways in which dance and drama can be presented. And it is really wonderful that 2000 years ago, so much of study and analysis was done regarding the art of dance and drama, and it was recorded with so much of precision that even today we cannot go beyond these lines. We still work within these parameters. In the next lesson, we will deal with the various rasas, how they are evoked, the effect they have, and how they are presented. So, do remember what you have learnt and do enjoy the lessons. Namaste.